it's back to this win-win principle again. There's no reason why they shouldn't make perfectly good investment returns whilst the money is doing something at a higher purpose as well, if I can put it in that type of language. So yes, they can go um, to bed at night feeling that they've have done some good and empowered them in a way as well. The Nordea study that a lifetime's pension saving in positive impact funds has got 27 times the impact of every other carbon saving activity that you've got in your life combined
Mm.
is quite astounding. If you look at the metrics on the portfolios that we run compared to a traditional investment portfolio, every £100,000 moved into our methodology has got the carbon equivalent of taking about 6 cars off the road.
Wow.
Now, you think of that in the context of not buying a few avocados or uh, saving a single-use plastic bottle, or even going vegetarian or vegan. Um, it's enormous.
Mm.
In saving that one flight every year compared to just moving your, doing your ISA in a positive impact fund or take a car off the road, boom. It is a powerful message.
You tend to find the client that comes to you is already clued up after doing some research, and they're a bit more aware of the damage perhaps their investments are doing. Are they coming to you knowing, or are you teaching?
People don't really, in my experience, massively yet go out looking for positive impact financial advice, for example. It's not a very common search term because the positive impact language hasn't really permeated into the sort of consumer lexicon yet. So most people will come to us because of an ethical related search, if you will. So they're already in the right kind of space, if you will. But we just think when you present to them, so okay, now let's just touch on some of the language here. So ethical, um, SRIESG, call it what you will if I bunch them together in a group, um, would generally be a screen out of something negative. So people who don't want to profit from lung cancer and warfare, if you will. So you got the screen out of the big ones, the tobacco, alcohol, arms, and what have you. But plenty of so-called ethical or ESG funds have got no problem, despite the E, of investing in fossil fuel. We find lots of instances where fossil fuel companies are in there, and a lot of the fund managers will say, oh, well, yeah, we've got to engage with the boards of these companies, and we can influence behavior as part of our shareholding, yada, yada, yada. Well, I don't buy that, and nor do any of our clients. They, for everyone, every single client we deal with, fossil fuel is a red line. And you find that in ethical funds. But what positive impact does is go that bit further. It says, not that we're going to not invest in companies which are doing harm to people and planet, but we're going to invest in funds whereby the underlying companies have got a positive screen in for things which are helping solve the climate challenge and inequality, and bringing people out of poverty and helping socially with investment. So I think when you present that to someone who is open-minded to their money doing good, and you can present something which is like better, I suppose, and go, well, well, better in every sense. The performance seems to have been better up to this point. The ethos is better. I mean, everything else being equal, why wouldn't you
Mm.
use your money in a way which can help people and planet whilst you profit too? You don't have to go to the extent of philanthropy. You can just use this money that's here to accelerate the demise of companies who are not behaving and encourage the ones which are.